Tesla just released the long-awaited FSD Beta version 9 update, and it comes with improvements, some of which are immediately obvious, at least visually. This update now utilizes only cameras, so it's operating purely on vision and no radar. But how much closer is it to true level 5 autonomy? Well, let's find out, but first, let's get plugged in. Hi, welcome to EV Source. My name is Harry and I'm your host for today's dose of EVs and technology. Before I get into today's topic, I want to thank you, the viewers, for helping this channel reach 50,000 subscribers. Now, I haven't mentioned much about other platforms that you can find me on, such as Twitter and Facebook. I'm more active on Twitter, so make sure you're also following me there. The funny thing is, we have more than 50,000 followers on YouTube, but only less than 100 on Twitter. I know we can do better than that, so head on over to Twitter and let's see if we can get to at least 1,000 after this video. Now that that's out of the way, let's jump right into today's topic. So Tesla just recently pushed out a new update for the full self-driving beta, and at a first glance you can already see the visuals have changed to something more refined. This one is starting to look pretty great, and it's much easier to figure out what's happening on the screen compared to how it was before. Now, this of course is something that was expected to change, and I'm still expecting the visuals to change and get even more refined over time. But what's actually important about this update is that it's now purely operating on vision only, meaning the car will navigate using just the cameras, ditching the radar completely. According to Elon Musk, quote, "The foundational improvements to the software are immense," which is what you would expect in order for the car to run purely on vision. Tesla's autonomous driving software has been in beta testing with a small number of private Tesla owners and staff members since October last year. The latest version, which Musk has previously said will, quote, "blow your mind," was intended for release by mid-May. But of course, knowing Elon time, this was postponed by several weeks as the FSD team tweaked the system before its release to ensure optimum safety. Talks of ditching the radar started in late April at the company's 2021 Q1 earnings call. At the time, Musk said, quote, "Radar was really making up for some of the shortfalls of vision, but this is not good. You actually just need vision to work. And when your vision works, it works better than the best human because it's like having eyes in the back of your head, beside your head, and 3 eyes of different focal distances looking forward. There's no question in my mind that with a pure vision solution, we can make a car that is dramatically safer than the average person. But it is a hard problem because we are actually solving something quite fundamental about artificial intelligence, where we basically have to solve real-world vision AI. So it's safe to say that this is a huge update for the full self-driving beta, and there are many things that have improved under the hood to make it better and more reliable without the use of radar. Now you must be wondering, what are all the changes with this update? Here's what Tesla shared about the beta V9 release. Full self-driving is in early limited access beta and must be used with additional caution. It may do the wrong thing at the worst time, so you must always keep your hands on the wheel and pay extra attention to the road. Do not become complacent. When full self-driving is enabled, your vehicle will make lane changes off highway, select forks to follow your navigation route, navigate around other vehicles and objects, and make left and right turns. Use full self-driving in limited beta only if you pay constant attention to the road, and be prepared to act immediately, especially around blind corners, crossing intersections, and in narrow driving situations. Tesla has also provided some notes about the FSD Beta V9 Mind of Car view. The driving visualization has been improved to better support full self-driving capabilities. When full self-driving is engaged, the instrument panel will display an expanded visualization to show additional surrounding information. The apps on the left and right side of the instrument panel will be temporarily dismissed, and the driving speed, autopilot availability, and detected speed will move to the bottom of the instrument panel, or to the top of the screen in vehicles with the center monitor only. Tesla also highlighted that the cabin camera would now be used to monitor drivers' attentiveness on the road. The release notes state, quote, "The cabin camera above your rearview mirror can now determine driver inattentiveness and provide you with audible alerts to remind you to keep your eyes on the road when autopilot is engaged. Camera images do not leave the vehicle itself, which means the system cannot save or transmit information unless you enable data sharing. Initial impressions from members of the FSD beta program about the recent update have so far been positive. The system seems to be significantly smoother and more confident than the FSD beta's previous iterations. The system can now also track when cars ahead of you press the brake, which is displayed in the visualization. These are of course just the initial impressions. More details about the FSD beta v9 update will likely emerge in the coming weeks as more members of the FSD beta program upload more videos showing the system's capability. Here are a few highlights where the system still needs some improvement.
Here we're starting to do our left turn onto the ramp to the parkway. Watch the yellow lines, the car is actually crossing them. This is something in the past that the car has not done. It would have done quite a wide turn.
Just trying to figure out if that's a turn lane or not. Which it is.
It's a little bit, this is some 8.2. This is an 8.2 move right here. Totally, like, come on, bro.
Now it's making us go in this lane over here. What's going on here? Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Not really sure what went on there. And, oh god, I'm gonna take over because the car is scratching my entire side on all these bushes. I really take pride in my paint. There was nothing wrong there. I mean, the car was in its lane. It was dead center. It's just that those bushes are overgrown and not trimmed. So, I mean, the Tesla clearly isn't programmed to know how much a hedge has been trimmed clearly. So we are in the wrong lane. We're in the middle lane. They wanted us to turn left here. It didn't quite get us all the way over. Full self-driving is now turned back on. Oh, whoa. Jesus Christ. Right, there we go.
Oh, the camera sees cones too.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
While this is a major step forward, it's far from being perfect. Level 5 full autonomy still remains a goal that sometimes seems like it might be still too far in the future. The route Tesla is taking to making full level 5 self-driving vehicles a reality is perhaps the hardest way to solve the problem. Solving computer vision isn't a minor task. Teaching an AI to understand the world around it is perhaps one of the most difficult challenges humanity has ever tackled. Using vision only might seem like a fool's errand at first, but when you look at our existing roads and traffic systems, it's all built for vision. The traffic lights, the traffic signs, markings on the road, lights on vehicles such as the turn signals and brake lights, they're all made for our eyes to see. To teach all of this and much more to an AI, for it to fully understand everything in the environment is an enormous task. And as Elon Musk himself has now admitted, solving full self-driving is much more difficult than he had imagined. But as Tesla continues to improve its software with the enormous amount of data collected from its fleet, each day we are getting closer to solving the major hurdles that still persist in the system. Self-driving cars without a human driver on public roads might not happen as quickly as Musk had thought, but I do believe it will happen sooner or later. Tesla is making progress, though it might seem slow at times. To be honest, I'd rather see them taking it slow than rushing it to the market, because this is not an app that you can just push out and fix any potential bugs as you go. People's safety and lives are at stake. But what are your thoughts about the latest V9 release? Do you think Tesla will eventually solve computer vision and thus enabling driverless cars? As always, leave your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching EV Source. Keep charging ahead and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and take care.